Good morning to all traders and welcome to this week's first market insights video provided to you by Orbex. We're going to talk about the US index and also the S&P as every Monday, our two favorites to start the week. I want to mention that there was a very interesting session last Friday. We've had the disappointing NFP of 130,000 jobs with a good average earnings. Markets become a bit more cautious about the US economy. Fed Chair at the same time on Friday, he reiterated the same message as he did back in the Jackson Hole like a month ago. So there's no changes there, and markets become more cautious now because if the Fed is delayed in responding to how the markets or how the economies are, then the time will come that an very aggressive move will be needed. So the US index is under pressure. The S&P is moving higher because there is fears of more stimulus now coming in, not only from the, not stimulus, I would just say interest rate cuts. Now, in the ECB, there is, we'll have the decision this week, and markets wonder whether Draghi will announce more stimulus at his last meeting, or he will leave that for his successor, Christine Lagarde. In Europe, again, around Brexit, we've had this development that now the PM must go and ask for an extension if there is no deal until October 19th. Japanese data and also Chinese data as well points to more recessionary fears, and that is, of course, affecting the market's sentiment. We've got some German data this morning, and then the manufacturing production in the UK, very interesting to watch. And later on, Mexican CPI figures, and that will be for the day. Overnight, though, we'll have QE and Aussie data to be released, and that will be also interesting to watch or trade overnight. Now, I want to start with the US index. 1 second, let me just take my pen here. The US index 4-hour chart. Okay, we've got these A, B, C scenarios still in play. Okay, we've done W, we've done X, and we're looking at Y with a 5 move to the downside. Okay, because we've got a 3, 3, and a 5. So this is a very nice flat pattern, and we're looking to complete the last wave W. Now, down on the 1 hour, we've got this ABC, W, X, Y, and we're looking really at prices now to start falling lower. This is, by the way, an ABC, so it could be even a running flat within this flat pattern, which could also be an ABC as a some sort of expanding flat. Okay. Now, actually, no, that's wrong because prices didn't come below that level. So forget about the last. So we're looking at this moving below. We moved below this middle channel line, and what we want to see now is prices breaking to 97, then 96.60, and then 95.80, or even lower. In case, of course, we break higher, we're looking at a more complex pattern, but I wouldn't be surprised. The thing is that I see a very nice head and shoulders pattern here being formed at the moment, so we could have rejection over here, and then prices move down here, and from there is when we start looking for buys. This would support our medium to long-term scenario anyway. Now, S&P, things are a bit more complicated. We ended wave 5 here. I was seeing this as an ABC, and this as wave 1 and wave 2. And because now this wave is quite impulsive, so I keep thinking whether this is going to end around this area and move lower, or break above that level. Okay, now breaking above, we could have two scenarios. One, this is an A, B, C. It is an expanding flat with B moving 38.2% above the 30-20 or so. Okay, and then we'll have an impulsive move to the downside, or even a triangle. Or we could really have ended this A, B, C here, and this is wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're really looking at, since we ended 2 number here, we're looking at 3, 4, and 5, which means we are going to go much higher than what originally thought. Now, of course, if we remain in the same labeling or structure as we have formed, this is an ABC, WXY, and we're expecting another 3-wave move. We had wave A, wave B currently completing, and then we should have another wave to the downside to complete this pattern. Okay, so the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 down here is still in play, but it doesn't seem much likely now, okay, because this last move to the upside looks quite impulsive. If we take out stops here, of course, and move lower, we could still look at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But we are going to have more clues around these levels down here, okay? If, of course, should prices start moving lower. Now, I am more fan of this version, okay, as an A, B, and C, which ended right here. We've had this correction, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, really 3, 4, and 5. We'll see how this develops in the near term. So this is all for the day. Thank you for watching, and I want to remind you again to visit our blog. It's where we cover the latest news, trading ideas, and all the necessary tools traders need.